Welcome to another edition of Full Time Out. This is an emergency episode. We have a special guest, Toronto Raptors own Chris Boucher. But first off, I gotta say, what up, Unc?
What up, Kev?
Hey man, what you brought in here, man, today?
Brought in here, Oregon's legend, you know what I mean? Slim Duck himself, you know what I mean?
Hey man,
Some bubble talk, man.
Hey, second all-time leading black in Oregon history. I mean, shout out to that man.
Single season record holder, you know what I mean? Pac-12 33s made, you know what I mean? Over 100 blocks, you know what I mean?
Legendary status.
Hey, starting today, man, you got to introduce me everywhere like this, man. Come on, man.
I got you, man. There's some Vince McMahon stuff right there.
Man, I want if you man.
Hey, man, what up, Slim, man?
How you doing, man? I'm good over here.
How you been, though? How's the return to, real life?
It felt good, man. The bubble was like I said, like it's definitely a different world. Like the restriction and like just the way that you have to live your life over there. Like you definitely are more grateful when you get out of the bubble.
Yeah, I mean, I heard stories about the food early on was a little sketchy and so whatnot. I mean, what can you tell us about that? How did they treat you guys over there, man?
Well, I mean, at first, when we first got there, like Toronto, we had our first bubble, so it wasn't that bad. Like we had the whole hotel for ourselves, so like we were able to get room service when we wanted and stuff. So it wasn't that hard. But then when we went to that real bubble, I think the first 2-3 days you had to quarantine by yourself, and they were like bringing like a bag in front of your house, and that's when like the food was kind of hard, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they were bringing, like, one sandwich, peanut butter jelly, and, like, a little bit of cheese and stuff on the
side. That prison food.
You feel me? Like I ain't never did that before where, like, it's like you get a container of milk on one side and you get a bowl of cereal and then it's over. Like, if I wanted a glass of milk with my cereal, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to make sure I have enough milk to fill up my bowl. So it was kind of hard at first.
That sounds like, not the most ideal situation for high-level athletes. I just got to say,
I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't even know if I was still making money or not. Because like, there's no way that everybody in the league is buying this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about guys like LeBron James, Giannis, like we're all in the same bubble. So if I got that bag, I know everybody that was like near my room got the same bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody got a different treatment.
So what'd you do? You have to get like room service and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Room service. After I left the bubble was like 5,000.
Dang, on room service?
Yeah, but just then it's not a lot. But like I mean, for me it's a lot, to be honest.
Nah, for sure. For sure. But coming in, so I mean, you guys had your first bubble. Did you guys like practice before going in Orlando, or like Orlando was the first time meeting everybody from the squad?
No. When we went to Orlando 1 month before the bubble, so as a team we were already practicing and we didn't have like practice all together, but we was working out with the coaches and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think we were already like building up on what we would do as a team already, but all the practice as like 5-on-5 and everybody together, we started that when we were done our quarantine inside the real bubble.
When you guys went in Naples and stuff like that, and you guys were practicing as a team, did you feel like you guys lost a beat? You know what I mean, like compared to where you guys left off at the cutoff point?
But I mean, it was really hard to see that because in Naples, like I said, we wasn't having like, it wasn't like 5 people in a gym working together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I mean, like if I like to say, like there's a lot of stuff that we did. It was like individual work with the coach. You know what I'm saying? Maximum 2. So I mean, you can't really see what people are doing. Like Pascal and Fred, they probably working together at, let's say 12. I'm working out at 10. I don't see him. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see him until like let's say we decide that okay, we're gonna do some scrimmage or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but beside that, it's not like you see them. You see them at the hotel, whatever. But I mean, everybody at a certain time or hour. Like you get an hour, the cleaning team comes in, clean up. If by 12 you finish, by 1 there's somebody else in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right,
And
right.
then and then we had cars driving from the hotel to the gym. So, you know, everybody had their own van kind of with whoever you're shooting. So you're not really seeing these guys like that.
Yeah. So that's really crazy to imagine. Like you're being by yourself and it's like you have your time slot to go do your workout, come back in, picking you up, we're bringing in somebody else. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, that was the Naples. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we're just talking about the Toronto side. That was our first bubble. Like I'm not even talking about what the bubble was. Like this is just the first month that Toronto said we're gonna go there before.
But when you guys, so let's fast forward. So you guys get into Orlando, start practicing as a team and so on. Yeah. It seemed like when the seeding game started, you guys were one of the teams that really clicked automatically. Was it like that when you started practicing as a team, where it's like, okay, we just we hit it in right off because we got everybody coming in and it's just super natural?
Well, I mean, for me, like the way I seen it, I felt like everybody from COVID-19 kind of worked on something and like wanted to prove themselves. So the first couple of practice was more like, okay, let's see what people got, and it was really like an intense practice, but like. When playoffs start, you start going back to what you worked the whole season, and it doesn't matter who worked on what. You know what I mean? You already have a system, and I mean, it was kind of hard for us to like find a groove. It was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, we look good, but we didn't play good on offense. We played good defense, but nothing went on offense. It didn't feel like the flow was the same as it was when we started the season.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and one of the good things about your team, and especially having such a disciplined squad, is that you could always rely on your defense. So even when your offense wasn't clicking, I mean, you could still bet on the fact that you guys were going to play solid D to, get an advantage on that. But as far as, so you said offensively, you guys didn't necessarily click. Was it mostly due to the fact that guys were just rusty, or just a dynamic within the team about not necessarily gelling the same way?
I mean, I feel like it's hard to answer this question because, like, I mean, we definitely didn't make shots that we usually make. But I don't know if we could blame it on being rusty, like, because like I feel like what I'm saying, like the first theory we had, that was when we were trying to find our groove and stuff. So I don't. It's kind of hard because like we went 4-0 and we were still like, okay, we could still get better. But I didn't feel like it was rushed. I just felt like we could just got better as a team. You know what I'm saying? But like I feel like the bubble had an impact on all the different players on our team, and everybody that played in the league all had a different experience. Like some people they played better, some people didn't. So it's kind of hard to blame it on the team when it's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's just certain players.
Yeah. But so let's take it outside though, off the court. I mean, you guys were all in the same hotels. You guys were all in the same, it's sort of like an AAU. Everybody talked about, being like an AAU vibe where you see everybody from all the different teams. How was that?
To be honest with you, the first, like, when everybody got to the bubble and the quarantine was over, I mean, it really felt like everybody was like kind of like happy to be in the same place. It was like, hey, good, hey, what's up, man? You've been playing good all year. You know what I'm saying? Or the first game, it's like the games don't really count. So everybody's like, yo, you're doing good, man. You've been killing all year. Everybody's giving them props. You know what I'm saying? We at the 16th floor. 16th floor was like a player lounge. Everybody's talking to each other. You know what I'm saying, playing cards. It was like you could see a good atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the playoff came there, that thing was gone. When I'm saying gone, there were no friendship. If you're not wearing the same jersey as me, I don't want to play cards with you. I don't care if you went for 30. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? People wasn't talking. If you lost the game against somebody and you walked in the holiday, like in the hallway, and he's talking, you know what I'm saying? And you just lost and you can't say nothing. Like it was weird. Like imagine Brad Stevens, right? And Nick Nurse. Like we win a game, they win a game, we win a game, they win a game, they win a game. Now we're one game away to go home. You go to go film, and the first coach you see on the elevator going to this 8th floor. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Was there any trash talking between the players though? Like, you know, when you see each other, like, yo, I'm gonna get you tomorrow, yo.
Of course. Oh, it's like it's friendly, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still like messed up. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like somebody to come at me like, let's say we chilling and we know we playing you next series, and you're like, oh, that little move you got right here, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that, and I feel like it definitely affect the game sometimes with certain players because like, let's say you're a shooter. And he's like, oh, you ain't shooting the ball this time. And he's telling you that before the game. After the game, you don't shoot, and he wins the game. What you supposed to say? You're right in front of him. It's not a PJ back to Toronto. It's a bus right to the hotel. The same bus he's taking after to get to the same hotel. I'm surprised there wasn't no fight and stuff like. Because honestly, I know some people talk a lot of shit in the game.
Yeah.
So if you talk a lot of shit in the game, somebody don't take it well. It's not like, okay, you're going home after. It's like you're going to the hotel. I'm gonna see you over there.
But I mean, yeah. But I think one thing about the league though, a lot of guys, it's all about what happens between the lines. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I don't think guys take that stuff personally as much. Maybe.
Yes, but like if somebody been saying you're trash at basketball his whole time, okay. And then he shows it to you, keeps talking about it, and now you're in the same place as him. Like it's to the point where like me, like Evie lives with me. We chill together, right? He says I'm trash. I know it's friendly and all that, but this is literally if it was on another team playing basketball, telling I'm trash, whooping my ass, and then saying it out loud while I'm there.
Well, what was the highlights of the game on the screen though? Like, did y'all have a TV there with the game?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Damn!
Listen, when I had my highlight against Milwaukee, like, bro, I was like hype about that. Everybody was watching, but like when somebody gets dunked on, and we're replaying it, and you're over here playing cards, and they're like, "Yo, look, about to get dunked on." I'm saying like. Man, like it was I mean, it's funny, and it's crazy because like you start realizing how everybody is and how different teams function. Because like I was chilling a lot with the guys from the Clippers and all that, and like their team, routine, their team schedule is completely different than us. Like, you know what I'm saying, they don't think like us at all. You know what I'm saying, like there's certain stuff that the Raptors does that, you know what I'm saying, like when they were talking, I'm like, damn, that doesn't happen over there. Like. It's kind of good.
You get to see the different dynamics, and I mean, I think for guys that are going to be, I guess, free agents or whatever, it kind of gives you a little peek into what other franchises are doing, and you get to see a little bit, what happens in other spots, right?
And you get to see the true hate too. Like, I won't lie to you, like. It's crazy how when I watch a game on TV, I'm like, yo, these guys look like they got a good team chemistry. And then I'm going 16-4 and like, this guy can't pass, can't shoot. And I'm like, damn. On TV, you just give this man a high five. I thought he was your best friend. You know it's crazy, man. It's crazy, I'm telling you.
No, that dynamic is crazy for real. But what about, were you guys there around the situation of the big Denver Nuggets comebacks? Like, what I want to know what the dynamics of those situations was looking like.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
To be honest with you, like, well, for example, when Denver was playing, who Denver was struggling against?
Utah first, yeah.
Yeah. So, I played with Georgia Yang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Back
so
in Santa
I'm
Cruz.
I'm telling them, I'm literally telling Jordan, y'all ain't got the talent to beat them yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, they got Jokic, and I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I was talking crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? They Donovan Mitchell and Jamal are in the same hotel, and they go for 50 each.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we see them after, like, yo, you went crazy. We're like, damn, yeah, yo, both of y'all went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both, like, everybody's talking about it. And then, like, it was crazy because when you see a team go, you literally, like, when we saw Milwaukee, we saw them leave. We're like, damn, we seen Giannis packing his bag and stuff. We're like, that's crazy, man. Like this is real. Like I'm saying,
That really had the Hunger Game vibe.
because you're so stuck in the bubble and living the bubble, and you already played 8 games where you feel like every game is the same. But when the playoffs start, you see, oh, this team's out, and then the low bubble seems so empty because, like, let's say 32 people just left because one team gone. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's say after the first round, how many teams you got out? 18?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people that are not there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, like, you can see, like, the players' lounge becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. And then the talks, there's a point where, like, when we were in it was us against Boston, the players' lounge was empty every day. I ain't nobody want to talk to nobody. If you lost, you don't want to be there. And if you won, you want to be there, but the other team don't want to be there. So there's nobody there. It was crazy, man. We talking to Kawhi every day. Like, yo, man, are y'all gonna win or not, man? Y'all got it? Y'all got it, man? Nah, they triple team. All right.
But we're like you said, you were talking to the Clippers a lot. Were they
all the time?
Were they confident about their chances? Like, did they see it coming, or they were just like, man?
Of course. I mean, we were all. I mean, the way they were talking is how I felt about their team too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even blame them. But like, it was just weird to see how the games were going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't the same thing. It's like, and they kept having like people just leaving the bubble. So like at this point, you're like, okay, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was Pat, then it was Lou. I'm saying people are, you know what I'm saying, they had a situation. Montreal had his grandma died, so I mean they dealt with some stuff that we saw happening too while we were in the bubble.
Yeah, and I feel like that really messed them up in terms of their rhythm because during those seeding games, I mean, you guys had your full rosters. Most of the teams had their full rosters, and they had like key players coming in and out. So it was really like they never got their full team until they had to play Dallas.
And even there, it's just like I feel like the bubble affected them too. Like, cause like it's true that I mean, it's a lot of pressure when you're the Clippers and you're supposed to be playing the Lakers, and everybody's saying you're gonna play the Lakers, and then you get Jamal who's just playing out of his mind now. It's still like as much as you're thinking about, I'm supposed to be in the final, you still got to deal with the series you got in front of you. And I think that's really affected them, like where they saw further than the step that they have to take right now.
Did they feel like they had to play the Lakers, or you know what I mean? Like, were they thinking about the Lakers?
Man, I think they were just saying they were going to go to the final. It didn't matter who was getting there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the way they were talking and the way I'm talking back to them, that's how we seen. Because that's how we talking. We were talking about the East. We felt the same way. We're like, all right, we about to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? The finals. That's how we felt.
Yeah. So you guys came in with the mentality. Obviously, I mean, you guys are a championship organization, so you guys really came in with the mentality like, man, we're going to the finals. We're going for that ring.
I mean, especially when we all left a month before, we're like, okay, we're all taking a sacrifice to take an extra month to get us ready. We definitely went over there thinking we were gonna win. You know what I'm saying? And the way it went is like, okay, we're playing New York first time. We swept them, even though it's not a good team. Now we're like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We beat Boston. Go to the finals.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you guys would have done a better job against Miami if you guys would have got past?
I personally think so. I think that you know what I'm saying, like the way Miami plays, it like we could adjust a lot easier than the way Boston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know Miami have a lot of shooters and all that, but they had a lot of surprises and stuff too, like Tyler Hero and all that. Jimmy Butler, obviously, not like 100% credit to him. Like I have nothing to say, but I just feel like we could adjust better than the adjustment that we had to do against Boston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, like when we talked about it on the pod with Unk, the fact was Boston didn't have any bigs, so they didn't have any lob threats to sort of help him out in that zone. And I feel like you guys, like in man-to-man situations, you guys had enough guys to go toe-to-toe with them. And if they would have gone with the zone, you guys had those tall guys, athletic players that could just go in there, play down low in the zone.
Like we didn't feel like we didn't play good defense. We just didn't hit no shots. Like our offense was not there. So it's hard to make a decision and make switches and change a whole gameplay if you don't make shots. You can do whatever you want. You gotta hit some shots. It's proven in the playoff. You gotta make shots to be like to get far. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, it's gonna be hard. And we didn't shoot the well. We didn't shoot the ball like we usually shoot at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody seen it. Everybody saw. Like everybody, we were struggling, and you know what I'm saying? Like we still went on a game 7. So I'm trying to think like if we, let's say, on the 27 shots that we usually make, we make 50 of them. We might be, it might be game done.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
You know
I
what
mean
I'm saying? Like,
that's the whole thing we're thinking about. It's like, man, if they just had made like, and things, all those games were close, right?
yeah,
So it's really
exactly.
about one or two extra plays that you guys make, and we never know what would have happened in those
Yeah, and
situations.
it's the same way I'm sitting here. Like, there's a lot of way I could see it differently. I'm like, okay, Marcus Smart went for 15 points, 3 points in a row. What if he doesn't get that spell?
Right,
Then you know what I'm saying?
right.
There's a lot of stuff, but like the problem with that is that I'm not. If Boston or Boston fans come to me and be like, "Yo, why you saying this and that?" I will never argue against them because it's the same way we hit a buzzer beater and it could have been over. So I can't say that against them.
Yeah,
But I
I
know
mean,
we had our chances. We had our chances to win.
yeah. What was
I
what
went to
was
game
the
7.
what was the vibe like after that game though? Like the thing is, you guys were literally point 1.5 seconds away from like being down 3-0. So after OG hit that shot, how did the vibe change? How did the dynamic of the team change?
Um,
Not only of the team, but of the players' lounge too.
to be honest with you, the way that OG hit the shot, it kind of was like, damn, like that, like okay, like because I'm sitting here like I'm probably running around. I don't even know. Like I just won the million right now. He just walked in like, okay, we're going to game 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a chance to win another game. And to me, it's like, okay, like you saw Kyle's face in the video. He's smiling like crazy. Like,
Yeah, oh, man.
you know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
so
you know
many
what I'm saying?
memes came
Everybody,
out of that picture,
yeah,
man.
you know
Kyle
what I'm
was so
saying?
happy.
And so for me, I'm like, damn, like, and then after that, I think that shot was like, okay, we got it. Because even Fred after that shot was like, oh, they done fucked up. And
Yeah,
I think that gave us a little bit of energy because we knew. I mean, we already did that, like be down 2 and come back. So if you give a team like that, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity to do it again, obviously, you know what I'm saying, we getting the confidence back. And then we win the next game. Now it's 2-2. You know what I'm saying? Completely different mindset.
no, that's for sure. And the thing is, you guys had that championship experience. I mean,
Yeah,
last year you were down to Philly 2-1 going
yeah,
in Philly, for game 4. So it's not like once you guys won a game, I mean, you guys felt like, man, we've been in that situation before, down to
yeah.
1, we can make it up and make it happen.
It's crazy because we're having a talk. We're having a talk, but going back to the bubble life, it's not the same energy when you're down though. I'll tell you that much. We were down 2. We're not talking to nobody.
Yeah.
We don't know what to say. Everybody looking at us like y'all going home. Damn, we can't say nothing. The defending champions are down 2-0. You can't say nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're talking to LA. They're like, yo, y'all think y'all got it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you're down 2-0, so you don't really know. You know what I'm saying, like you hope you can win a game, but you can't have a conversation with somebody that's winning 3-1 right now.
That's a fact.
It's
Unless
not
you're
You know what I'm
Denver.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
not the same energy, that's for sure.
not the
But
same energy.
but the thing is, like, not having the crowds out there, how did that affect you guys though? Like, I mean,
For
obviously,
me,
yeah.
or just for players in general.
Nah, for you and for players though.
Okay, so for me, I would say like it was good for me. I don't know why. I mean, I never was like really focused on the crowd. So I
Yeah.
don't really like think that it was changing anything. I think if it changes something, it's like it really feels like you're in practice. Like there's nobody there. There's so much
Yeah.
space. Like when you're open, you're open. There's nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for certain players, I think You know what I'm saying? They literally live off the hype of the crowd. And you know what I'm saying? A fast break dunk with the crowd is really more uplifting than a fast break dunk with nobody and everybody. You can hear the other team telling you, go back on defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing crazy about it. You can have a fast break dunk. "Ah!" Who you yelling to?
That's a fact. But
You can't hear nothing. I'm telling you, the bubble made a lot of players change their game. Like it's at a point where like everything you did, it felt like there was no either. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was seeing it, or you know what I'm saying. There was no action after. You know what I'm saying? I hit a three. My ends are up, but the only people that are celebrating is my team. There's nobody else. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's a completely different thing, and I feel like
in terms
I
of
don't know.
coaching, what's the vibe with that? You know what I mean? Because you say like, after your dunk, you hear the other team go, get back on defense or whatever. And like, what's the vibe like as far as like when you guys are running your plays and obviously they've been scouting you guys? Do you guys hear them saying, yo, I know he's cutting there. Make sure you're there and things like that. How did that affect you guys?
I think what you was hearing a lot is like send him left if the man ain't got no left hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't go right. You know what I'm saying? You hear all that and that plays into your head too, because like you can't go right and somebody says you can't go right, now you want to go left just you want to show you could go right, and you look stupid. You know what I'm saying? So at the free throw line, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? He can't shoot. You miss. Boom. Now you want to talk back to him, bum ass. You hear all that. you hear all that, and then you want to go back on the other side. You play defense and one little nigga. You hear all that.
Yeah.
You hear all that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because like if you was on the side of the opposite team and you get N1 and they're like, no N1. Now you hear the N1 from the 5 guys on the squad plus the whole squad.
Yeah, that's. I think, yo, that's got to be the biggest thing though, because the thing is, you hear the bench say, "Hey, man, he can't guard you by yourself. I saw him," and then like everybody from the bench hears it. I mean, everybody talking about it, so it's like, man, I got to make that stop now.
I think what made it worse is like, okay, for example, if I'm in Toronto, I'm playing Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
And somebody jazz me, N1 scores, the crowd goes crazy. You don't hear really what the guy said. You don't really hear what the bench said. But like now, if he score on me, the little guy that never plays could be like N1, and I hear it.
Yeah.
I could see him saying it. You know what I'm saying? That's what crazy, because like he gets up and like, you suck. And you look at him like, you're right there. There's nobody else. I know it's you.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. But did that impact? Because the thing is, like Unc said, I mean, guys, the coaches, I mean, were obviously making comments. Did that play an effect, like where they could have more control on the guys on the court, where they could dictate better?
No. I think what it made. What it was different is that, for example, if you were planning on like all your like, let's say you had a play that you never do, and that it comes out of your bag sometimes, then those ones never work, because all the team has those special plays that you got, and as soon as you said it once, they're like it's like for example, if I have a special play and there's a special move I do all the time, right, and then I call it, as soon as I call it, it rings a bell in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's when it was hard for certain coaches, because certain coaches have special plays for certain situations, and when it comes out, the coach hears it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if there's a crowd and all that, I could pull that trick anytime. You don't even hear it. You know
okay, yeah, I feel you.
like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If right now I'm like 64 and 64 is my trick and you didn't hear it, you know what I'm saying? I could do it. But right now, if I say 64 and there's nobody here, all you need is one player to say 64. Your coach knows exactly what it is. Your trick is out the window.
So they catch on quicker to the trick plays versus, let's say, in a big crowd where the trick plays could work multiple times.
That's why you have to run more ISOs, because ISOs are not really any plays. It's just really what the player is. If the player is special, then that's why ISOs worked a lot in bubble. Like Damian Lillard, why do you think he was good at it? You don't really need plays for him. He just plays the way he is. So even if the coach has 75 and it's an ISO,
and that's why a lot of people are saying it's a better environment for the real hoopers, quote unquote, because it's really guys that can make something out of nothing. Like guys like Maul, for instance, where he went off because it was just Maul is super skilled. So it's like,
Yeah, all
man,
you need is to score. If you could in a bubble, if you were a scoring player, it really went well for you because like plays didn't really work.
yeah,
Like the plays that you're calling, you couldn't place for shooters, and they were on point on that. You just need good screeners because
yeah,
every play that you make for a shooter, everybody was on point on it because everybody hears. There's never, if you think about it, every shooter on every team, you most likely know the plays for him.
yeah. Nah, for sure.
So you know what I'm saying? So the plays don't work. As soon as you took all the play for him, it only works off a timeout if nobody heard it.
Yeah. And then if they see that same action again, everybody's ready to react right away. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. That's crazy. I didn't think of it like that. You're right. Because when Kev asked the question, in my mind, I was like, coaches do have that advantage because they get to make their calls and and control the game more. But you're right that if the other side hears, whatever they're calling, then for the next game, especially in a playoff, 64 is not working anymore for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
The only thing I say that coaches get better is the communication towards his own player.
Okay.
That is better because like you hear everything. There's no noise. You can hear everything. But the same way you can talk to your player while he's running the other side, that's the other dude is hearing everything too.
Yeah. And about like because I saw during the games. I mean, for instance, you could see Braun watching, on the iPads and whatever, watching the plays that were just happening. Was that something that you could tell was an advantage from the regular season, or is that something that you guys already have during the regular season?
No, I mean
Yeah.
they have to some. You know what I'm saying, so it didn't really change anything. I would say what it does is like for me, I would say it doesn't change the game. It just changed the referee's decision on the next time. Because if the referee just thought it was the obvious foul, the next time he might give you a one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I slapped you and you missed it and I didn't call it, sometimes the referee, my bad, I'll see the next one just by seeing on a TV. So you know what I'm saying? He knows you're not lying. But
Yeah.
sometimes if you're capping, you're flopping. That's why I think some referees they were like, what? Like I just saw on TV that was not a foul, and now you don't get no foul at all because they're like
Yeah.
you're lying. You know what I'm saying? I think it goes both ways. Because I done see some people do some crazy stuff, and I'm looking at the TV right in front of me. Hey, yo, what is that? You waiting for what is that? You know what I'm saying? And I know every fan that is in that virtual thing did the same thing as me. You know why? Because I see your reaction and it's the same that as me. Because we see all your reaction in there. I saw all your reaction. When somebody shot an airball and you can see somebody like, oh, what the hell? Somebody's laptop, like his whole virtual thing went on the ground. That means I know he was pissed.
So, as a fellow Montrealer, obviously you guys were two guys from the province to play in a bubble. You and Lou Dort. How is it seeing him? First, did you guys have any interactions? Did you guys cross paths, talk a little bit?
I saw him one time. It was when we was trying to decide if we were doing the boycott or not. That's when I saw him. I was happy to see him. Like he looked like he was good and he was doing well. So, but then we were at two different hotels, so we wouldn't cross his path like that.
Okay, but how did you feel watching him? Go off like that, and
Man, it was great. It was
shutting
great.
down
Like
Harden and shit.
it was great. Like I said, I felt like he's been waiting for that moment too. You know what I'm saying? He was staying ready. He knows his game. He knows what he can do, and he showed it. And that's what you want from a player, any player. And so, especially me, like coming from Montreal, a young guy, like I'm happy to see that from him. Like, you know what I'm saying, playing defense, and you know what I'm saying. For a minute, they were like, going off on him couldn't shoot, and you know what I'm saying. Once again, he showed like, you know what, I don't care. I'm a shooter when I can, and you know what I'm saying. He played an excellent. Like Game 7 was a crazy game. Like I was so happy for him.
Yeah.
I think he still got a bright future, and if he keeps working on the stuff that what I'm saying that makes him great, have a great bright future.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Aside of that, so you talk about the boycott. So what was the energy around that that whole situation?
Listen, man. I'll tell you one thing for sure. Right, none of us knew what the hell happened when Milwaukee didn't play, and I think that's everybody. Like we didn't know. Like
Yeah.
I would literally put TV on like everybody else and waiting for the game, and I ain't nobody walked in there. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you." I was like, "What is going on? This is a revolution." That's what I said at first. I won't lie. I was in my room. Then I was like, I was like, "What's going on?" Then I'm like, "Okay, nobody's playing," and I see everything going on, and I was like, "Yo, this is it, man." You know what I'm saying? Like, I really felt like I was in a movie. I'm stuck in a bubble. We ain't playing basketball, and like you can hear ESPN and all that saying like, "What's going on?" Every media going crazy. So I was like, damn, this is about to be an event. And I'm calling Eve like, yo, Eve, I think we're leaving. Yo, things are going crazy, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, meeting at 9. So like there was a player meeting at 9 with everybody, with all the people that are in the league and all that. And we're in there talking. Like people were trying to figure out what was going on and with the shooting and it was really like some people started really getting tired of what was going on in society, police brutality and killing black people and all that. So, what I'm saying? I honestly didn't mind having to stop if it was going to change something, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like at this point, even as Boyne College for one game, you saw how it really did an impact where everybody was like, okay, what is going on? And then, WNBA started doing it. And I think, it was definitely an eye opener. But while it was happening, it was like, okay, what's going to happen now?
Yeah. So, and those meetings. So, I mean, you guys, obviously called off the meetings. The whole league was there. I mean, the teams in the playoffs and whatever. So, what was reported is that the Clippers and the Lakers voted to stop the season. Was that like an official vote, or was it really just checking out what was the dynamic?
To be honest, we had a vote, and I think what happened was like since Milwaukee started playing, every other player that was thinking about not playing anymore were like, okay, well, we're just gonna support them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what really happened. And when it came to the vote, I think probably like the Clippers and the LA, they were like, all right, if we're making a change, then we're on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? By choosing that they were down with that, you know what I'm saying? I think all the other teams said no. They were like, no, we still want to play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what came out. That's what came out, that it's only the Clippers and the LA that didn't want to play. But I mean, I truly think there's a lot of other people that didn't want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like that didn't mind not playing.
So. And so you're saying right before the Milwaukee Bucks make that decision, you guys had no discussion about it?
Nobody knew anything. Like I'm telling you, like everybody was getting ready to live a normal life in the bubble, either practice or a game. Okay? Everybody was getting ready to that. I'm telling you, everybody at the same day, they woke up. If they were going to get practice in the morning, that's what they were doing. Whatever people got in the routine in the bubble, that's what they were doing. Until Milwaukee decided they didn't want to play. And then they didn't play because even Orlando was on the floor ready to play. You know
yeah, that's true, though. That's true.
What I'm saying. So nobody knew. Like, referees didn't know. You saw those 3 referees were there with the ball again, bouncing it up to see if, you know what I'm saying, we ready for the game. You know what I'm saying? Are we ready for the game or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, see what happens.
Yeah. Is anybody going to come out and play?
Yeah, they came out with a statement. Boom, boom, boom. This is what we're doing. So then everybody was like, oh, okay, shit, we're not playing? Okay, what we doing? Did a meeting, and everybody was like, okay, what we doing? Are we playing or we're not playing? And they end up, decision was, where you going to play?
Damn.
You got to boycott for one day.
And so once that decision was made, so did you guys get to speak with the owners and whatever?
Yeah. I think there was good talks that went through. Like I truly think like, you know what I'm saying? Like they even put in like a unit where they're gonna go take care of those situations that happens like, in those cities and stuff. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like if the reason was to make a change, then a change was made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of that. I'm happy with that. You know what I'm saying? Like we made something happen. Is it everything we want? No, but you know what I'm saying? One step closer to what we're trying to do.
Do you think that impact would have been the same if you guys didn't go to the bubble at all? Like if your decision was like, we're not going?
Absolutely not.
Right.
You know why? Because the same way some people I'm not gonna say no name, but the same way some people came in this bubble just for their money, it's the same way these people when they were to be outside the city, they would be like, I'm trying to get my money. So I'm not seeing these people going protesting and all that if they came to the boat for the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm over here trying to get my next bag, when I'm home, I'm working out. I'm trying to get my next bag. I'm not over there trying to protest in the street. I just feel like some people are just saying that that's what they want to do because it's a cool thing, but they're not really all about it. Some people are there for their money, and it's cool. You can't be mad at everybody. Everybody's there for different reasons.
Right.
Oh no, that's for sure. And the thing is, obviously, I mean, it was probably talked about what would be the consequences if you guys hadn't gone to the bubble at all.
I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? For sure, next year, don't expect seeing NBA anytime soon.
I know.
I'm telling finishing the season probably save the next season. You know what I'm saying? And probably save a lot of conversation. Probably have to suffer the next season. If you don't play this season, don't finish the season, and then what? Don't expect NBA to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if they keep killing black people, then we didn't do nothing at all. We lost what we used to do to feed our family, and they keep killing people. Now we didn't win nothing.
Yeah, that's facts. That's fact. And did you guys have a conversation about next season and what was a possible start date going to be?
Huh?
The possible start of next season. Did you guys have a talk about it? Anybody mention anything about that?
No, but they're saying like, after Christmas, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know free agency is probably somewhere in November, so they still got conversation to make, but I'm sure that the season is gonna start because I think that was one of the talks during the meeting. It was like if we finish, you know what I'm saying? Does that mean that we're still gonna have a season next year? You know what I'm saying? And finishing was literally helping us out a lot more in having another season. So that's where players went back to playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I truly think it's coming. I think I just want the virus to be over with. Just from a personal standpoint, like now I don't want to just think about basketball. I just think people should just get their life back to what it was. But I'm asking for the moon right now. We still got to do some stuff.
Nah, for sure. I mean, everybody just wants to get back to a little bit of normalcy. I mean, just
a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. I mean, anything else, man, you want to tell us about, man, whatever happened in Orlando?
Nah, I think y'all got enough juice now.
Hey, we're going to need to bring you back, man. I mean, telling us those unfiltered bubble stories. I mean,
man. I don't think I have enough, man.
Hey, man, you for sure got some more, man. I'm sure you got Hey, man, for real, no, that was fun, man. I think people are going to enjoy hearing about that, hearing about the ins and outs of the league and how the environment was.
Hopefully they did that. They get that, man. And hopefully they start changing the mentality about me being so serious. I think I'm funny sometimes.
Man, I think I'm funny sometimes. Man, people know you're funny though, because whenever you post stuff on your Insta stories, hey man, I'm telling you, you're a star on Reddit. I mean, people on Reddit, they know.
Yeah, but they still like when they see me, it's like, well, you're not smiling. It's just like I don't want to smile right now. I'm a funny guy though. Like not Kawhi type, but you know what I'm saying?
I'm not Kawhi type.
This guy, I'm a fun guy. Oh man. Anyways, man, it was nice speaking to you guys. Hopefully we can get that going a little bit more during this off season. I know you're going to be working on your game. Do you have anything special that you're trying to work on for next season?
I mean, you got Uncle Ebe right there. He can tell you all that.
Yeah, man.
Man. We've been in the gym. We're working on his ball handling. You know what I mean? On his reads. You know what I mean? Just just different things. You know what I mean? Like we've been working on his ball handling, but not because we trying to change his position. But I think the more comfortable he is with the ball, the better passer he is, better decision maker. You know, his shooting percentage went up in the bubble, and most of it is because we watch a lot of film, and he was able to see because, you know, Mr. I like to jack it up sometimes. You know, he was, you know, every shot he feels like he can make it, and it's a gift and a curse, you know. But you know, he watched some film and he was like, damn, like I could shoot it so much better, you know. With, you know, I'm a little more selective, and I think that's why he shot it so well in the bubble, is he was able to recognize, you know, what's a good shot and what's not. And that's what we want to keep building on. You know what I mean?
I still struggle a little bit with it, but, you know.
That's because you got that superhero syndrome, man.
Any shot is a good shot for
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you a quick story before we run out of here. This guy calls me one time. He's like, yo, man. He was with Santa Cruz. He's like, yo, my coach said I'm not shooting the ball well. He don't want me to shoot no more threes. Man, guess what was the first shot this guy took?
A three.
And he made it though. You know what I mean? Man. But I feel like that's exactly why, you know, like I said, every shot he feels like he can make it, and it's a gift and a curse. He doesn't lose confidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He stays, you know, throwing it up. But now if we could keep those in like wide open shots, you know, his percentage is going to be amazing.
That's for sure. But one last thing though, because a lot of people were shocked about that, you know, 25 pounds that you gained during the during the lockout.
I ain't like what the internet did though. Whoever did this picture, man, we need to talk. I know you know me, slim dog with 2 M's, right? Cause like, man, the man made me look like I'm Hulk. I gained pound, yes, but you ain't got to go Photoshop my arm looking like I've been drinking water for 3 months. So did you see that picture? I know you've seen it all.
I seen that picture.
Hey, you know what? Hold on.
People texting me like, yo, is your boy on juice, man? I was like, yo, come on.
You know how many times I got those pictures too? Like, yo, is this from? Like, yo, he put on weight. But he's not looking like that. Y'all need to chill. But the funny thing behind that weight situation though is I'm on this dude's Twitter, right? And he's going back and forth with this dude.
Hell yeah.
And the dude's name is Lou something. What's that dude's name?
Lou
Will. So he's going back and forth, and I'm like, yo. But CB told me he was cool with the Clippers guys. Like, why is he beefing with Lou Will? And I'm like, hold on, what's going on? And then he told me the story. It was about this Yahoo dude who does a podcast. And he was trash talking about his weight. Yeah. So he went back and forth like, man, I've been watching all your shows and you ain't never got anything positive to say about me. I was dying. I was like, I really thought he was going at it with Lou Williams. I was like, yo, what's going on? Like, I thought you were cool with him. He's like, yeah, I'm cool with Lou, man. It's like, it's another Lou. I was like, oh.
Bro, that's crazy because, like, to be honest with you, that picture made me feel like I didn't do no work. And then after that, I'm looking at the picture and I'm like, yo, what if I was supposed to be like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm really like second guessing, like, should I have said that to the media? Like, what's going on? And after that, I'm like, yo, honestly, like, I know what happened. So I don't really have to think about that. But it's still messed up how the picture came in 2 hours after I said that.
Yeah.
2 hours, bro. Like, damn.
Man played with Photoshop, man.
He played it well. I won't lie.
Hey, shout out to William. Yo, his name is William Lou, actually.
Yeah. I was confused. Listen, I was confused as hell, yo.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, I have no problem with him. He's doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what his job consists, and sometimes you got to see your personal stuff. All I'm saying is that the energy got to be the same. That's all.
Hey, man, maintain that weight, man. Keep that weight now, man. Keep that weight up. You know what I mean? You're going to need it for next season. And, you know.
For sure.
All right, man. So, hey, it was blessed. I mean, shout out to you guys. We'll talk again. Eve, we got next week again. We on?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. All right, this was fun, guys.
Stay
safe. Take it easy.
Yeah.